Hey everybody, it's Captain Matt, Boater Secret Weapon here at the Charlotte Boat Show, and just dropping off all my stuff. You can see the dealers have mostly set their boats. I think most of the boats are in. I'll take you down to the floor. It looks like a huge show this year. There are more boats in the show than I've seen for a number of years. They've opened up kind of a second wing of the show. So if you're in the Charlotte area and you are interested in boats, you are looking to buy a boat, you just like boats or are boat curious, go ahead and stop on by the show. I'm going to take you down. You can see I'm going down the escalators to the show right now. I'll show you where my booth is so you can stop by. You can say hey, and I've got the free Boat Buyers Toolkit as well as the free Boater Bootcamp. If you want to check that out, I'm going to go ahead and flip around so you guys can see what is at the show this year. So as you come down the escalators, you'll walk into the show. You can see none of the carpet is down, but most of the boats are in. You've got a lot of trash around. We've got Tally's Marine here. We've got Long Island Marina here off to the left as you come in. Come around, and as you take a right, you'll walk down a bunch of nice Regals, couple of cruisers, which you haven't seen too many of those recently. I noticed Crown Line is coming out with the cruiser, or they just released that the other day. I think this is yeah, there's Crown Line right there, and I believe looks like Starcraft. And you can see the boats are still coming in. The us little folks around the edges haven't really set up yet. Ray City Marine, a great dealer that carries Nautique, Barletta, and Chris Craft. You can stop and see Matt and Lynette there and their team. We got Viaggio over here, another Starcraft dealer. So you can see them. And maybe I'll go this way. But we've got a bunch of great boats. We've got up here to the right, who is this? I don't know who that dealer is. I don't see their sign up yet. But here we've got Southtown Water Sports. You stop by and see Jeremy there. He's a great guy with their Supra and their Moomba. They've also got a pro shop. You can see where's the fishing boats. Here we go. Here we got some fishing boats. Silver Stranger. My eyes aren't good enough to see that really. Here we got some trophies. We got Brian working hard, setting up. Stop by and see him at North Point. What else you got? Avalon. What's Bayliner, Avalon, and Trophy. So you got Silver Stranger. You got some fishing boats there. We got Berkshire Pontoon over here, along with Mastercraft. Stop by and see Robert here. He's the general manager. Oh no, yeah, there he is. With Mastercraft, I think. Who else do they have? Maybe it's just Mastercraft and Berkshire. So that's the end of this show. You see some dock builders. The chaparrals, Matt. The chaparrals are down the way. We'll continue to come down. Chaparral in our area is Boat Rack, and we've got a lot of good dealers in the Charlotte market, which is super nice. I've worked the show for a number of years, back starting in 09, and so I know several of the folks here, and have competed against many of them as well. So let me see. All right, they've got a new. Where are the bass boats? There's not many bass boats in this market. There might be some down at the other end. We're heading down. I'll show you. I don't know how bad I'm shaking. I didn't even think about doing this and bringing my gear. But here we've got Lake Norman Marina. Lake Norman Marina does a great job. They've got Bennington. They've got Malibu. They've got Cobalt. The Kale family's owned it for a whole bunch of years. They're the one that hosted the New Year's Day barefooting extravaganza, which was a great time. My daughter and I went out there. If you watch that video, but they've got a nice setup this year. Coming up, we've got some veranda pontoons. Let's see who they got. Excel, I think. But this is Boat Sales of Wiley. Let's see here. So, so many boats, so little time. That's exactly right. Express, that's what that is. They've got some Express aluminum boats. They've got a bunch of veranda pontoons. And they have, what else do they have? Maybe that's it. They used to have Bayliner, but they either dropped Bayliner or something happened there. Huntley Marine. They've got Hurricane, the Godfrey line, so Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, Monaco, and they're branding them pretty much all Godfrey these days. But they're right there. And Matt, I just bypassed the chaparral booth, so we'll sneak around there. Excel. We've got you can see the forklifts around. Everything's being moved around. Upstate Marine. I'm not sure. Does John still work there? No, John? Oh, John's not there anymore. Doesn't know John. So Upstate, they're a little ways away, but they've got Diageo as well. Looks like they've got, is that them? Supreme as well. Here you go, Matt. Here we got some chaparrals for you. This is the boat rack. Whoa, you got some serious speakers going on. The boat rack with their chaparrals. The SSX. Looks like we got a SSI here, as well as the Robalo. Their center console line. You can see that right there. I think that's probably the SSI from the looks of it. Flip you around. The Volvos, Robalo. They have, what is their pontoon line? Doesn't look like they have any pontoons with them this year. This is for the boat rack, this is a much smaller area than they typically do. I think it has to do with inventory levels on the pontoon side, perhaps. I don't know that for sure, but they usually go, they're one of the bigger booths, but they're on the smaller side this year. With the Charlotte ski boat, with their Avalons. They've got, who is it, ATX, I think, is their surf boat. But they do a ton of Avalons. They put Suzuki's on all of them. So you see a whole lineup of Suzuki here. Marine Max, the old dealership I used to work for. Stop by and see Carl there. He used to work with me. He's a super nice guy with their Sea Ray, with their Harris. They've got the Riva here, which is a beautiful boat. Stop by and check that out. There's Carl directing the show. Stop by and what's happened, man? You guys working hard? Looking good. Stop by. They got the whole crew here setting everything up. And again, Marine Max usually has a much bigger booth. Again, I'm guessing the inventory levels is why. But you see some Harris pontoons, see some Sea Rays. What is that there? Looks like they've got a Sundancer, I think is what that is. But stop by and say hey to Carl at Marine Max. Another Barletta dealer. This is Rock Outdoors. They're from a little bit outside of Charlotte. Got a few jet skis. I saw a switch being pulled in here earlier. I don't know where that went. But as you come around, those Barlettas are sharp. It's always fun to see. There's a few new models that have come out, but it's always fun to see all of the boats lined up. Again, Rock Outdoors. I don't know anybody there. they're a newer entry into the marketplace. Here's some bass boats. Let's see, who is this? Vexus, the Vexus bass boats, some center consoles. Oh, I'm in their way. You're out there, carpet. Sorry about that. But that's Rock Outdoors. They've got several stores throughout the country, but they're just kind of sporadically spread out. I can't remember off the top of my head. But they've also got Hurricane. What kind of trophy did you have? I've never owned a trophy, so Pioneer, which are some really good-looking boats. I think that's still a Rock Outdoors booth there. Then we come over to Ed Watkins Marine. Big Ed is in NASCAR. They've got Suncatcher, which is the Yamaha pontoon boats made by G3. They've got Stingray. They've got Sea Pro. And they have, what else do they have? Stingray, Sea Pro, and Sea Pro, that's the other one. And their Suncatcher. We move over to the Tidewater, Tahoe, Godfrey. This is, I'm not sure what dealer this is. So now we're getting kind of over into, these are some of the dealers that come from outside the area. Oh, I wanted to show you these. This style of boat is becoming much more common in the U.S. Kind of the crossover, I guess, style boat. But Axopar, am I saying that right? Axopar, okay. So this is a new style of boat that you can see. They're up in the Northeast. You see them a lot, but it's not a cabin, but you've got an enclosed center console. It's got a cabin down below. I'm not quite tall enough for you to see in, but you can see it opens up. I'm excited to check that out because that's a new style that I haven't seen. And if you look at the bow, it's really designed to cut through the chop and the slop and to get out there. But if you look at that bow, I don't even know what the name of it is, but it's a really solid boat in that style of boat in rough water. So be excited to check that out. You can see all the trucks and the trailers that are coming and going. We've got Sea Hunt is here as well. Who's the Sea Hunt dealer? Who are you guys? Marine 360. Okay. Where are you out of? Okay. So they're from down the Lake Murray area. Is Solus there? I haven't seen Solus. I don't think so. Let me see. Oh, I just missed that last comment. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. Whoever made that last comment after the Solus, let me know because I missed it. And so we've got some Sea Hunt, a bunch of center consoles. So not many bass boats. Not, Charlotte Ski Boat had a ton of pontoons. There were a couple Barlettas, but not a whole bunch. Not as many pontoons as I would have expected. That tells me that the inventory is not there in this market area. Remember how I said it was very sporadic? Who is that? We got Princecraft. We got a Princecraft, kind of that multi-species aluminum fishing boat. We got a Merc coming in. You got the big 600 in there, maybe? Okay, so they got their Mercury 600, that big V12 that's about a foot taller than me. And let's see, it was an awesome boat. The only reason I traded it because I could not get in the shallow water. Yeah, that's depending on the time of fishing you do, that's important. You got Princecraft. Let's see, who is this? Who are you guys with? Lake Norman Boat Rentals and Sales. With you just have Princecraft. What else you got? Princecraft and Crest. Okay, very good. So here we got some more pontoons, and then we're back to Ed Watkins Marine with their. Nope, this isn't Ed Watkins. This is Sportsman. They must be another dealer that's a little bit out of the area. Sportsman and Godfrey. Man, that's 3 Godfrey dealers that I've seen. But I don't see their signage yet, who this is. But that's what we got here at the Charlotte show. Kind of a quick rundown. And now this little tiny booth is where I'll be. You can see I'm sort of keeping my stuff just in there. I'll set it up later. But as you come in, if you want to stop by and see me, let's see here. Is it just me, or should the boat show take place in the water? The in-water shows are a lot more fun, but it's really difficult to find a space that you can put 300 plus boats in and have people come see. Outside of the Miami show, Fort Lauderdale, the inland boat shows and most boat shows you're going to see in a convention center of this. So when you come in the front doors, come down the escalators, and you take a left. You go past the Long Island Marina booth. I'll walk you to it so you don't miss me. Stop by and say hey. All right, so you'll come down the escalators. They'll have a big table set up here where you can get your brochure. You can get your map of the place. You'll see tallies here off to the right. Let me go. I apologize about the shaking and stomping around here. But you'll have tallies off to the right. You have Long Island Marine to the left. And if you come down, you see Bram. Say hey to Bram at the Marine Max booth. She'll come down the corridor here to the left, just right around the corner past the show office where Les Gray and his crew are setting things up. They'll have an information booth right here for the Charlotte Convention Center. And when you see the big formulas at Charlotte Ski Boat, hang a left, and I'll be the second booth on the left, right across from Ed Watkins Marine. You'll see right there. So stop by and see me. A ton of boats. I was told over 300 boats, and looking at the show, usually this section right here maybe has 10 or 15 boats, but there's a bunch of boats there. They're packed in. There's some different dealers that have bigger booths this year. And, like I said in my market update, with the recession, with the Adventures with R&R, good to see you. With the slowdown, with the manufacturers' incentives that I'm here popping up at the different boat shows around the country, it's a great opportunity if you're in the market for a new boat, or if you're just doing your research, have no intention of buying. Come to the boat show. You can see all the different styles, the different brands, the expertise that you get at the boat show. You've noticed how many people I've said hey to as I've been here. There is so much knowledge about the Charlotte boating area, and in your area, whatever your boat show area is, there's so much knowledge in this room once that day kicks off that you're going to learn a bunch. Stop by and see me. Look forward to talking to you, and we'll see you at the boat show. Take care, everybody.